La Posada and Felix's Cantina are the latest additions to Milford's culinary community. Located on the site of Laurel Villa, our former Poconos resort on the banks of the Delaware River. Operating since 1876, the current building has a long history of successful restaurants and has continuously operated as a country inn. This latest venture by the Milford Hospitality Group brings the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico to the Pocono Mountains in both cuisine and decor.
The original La Posada was located on Route 739 in Dingman's Ferry, Pennsylvania. Felix Rosado, my uncle, he was the proprietor and our families worked it together. My uncle Felix has since passed away, so we named it La Posada and Felix's Cantina in his honor. It is a family-owned and operated business. We're very proud of that. We're showcasing Mexican food a lot of people haven't had a chance to taste, which is the food and the flavors of the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico. If we were to take a plane and land in Mérida, Yucatan, and go to a restaurant, one of the things I'm most proud of is that menu that they see in front of them would be an exact menu that they would find at any restaurant, traditional Yucatecan Mexican restaurant in Mérida, Yucatan.
La Posada is not the common Americanized Mexican food found in fast food restaurants, and you will not find burritos or chimichangas on the menu. When you visit La Posada, you must forget all your preconceptions of Mexican food and be open to an authentic Yucatan experience. This region of Mexico has food culture dating back centuries.
We cook with our native Mayan spices, and the cuisine is just very different from what people think Mexican food is. Yucatecan cuisine relies on a lot of fresh vegetables because pre-Columbian times, it was mostly a plant-based food. It wasn't until the Spanish introduced cattle, and in our case, because of the topography, we have a lot of pork in our meals. A lot of seafood because we're a peninsula, so we have access to the ocean. And that is how the cuisine differs from northern Mexican or central Mexican food. We always said we want to have an honest interpretation of regional Yucatecan cuisine. Everything that I do is exactly the way I was taught to do it by my mother, my aunt, my grandmother. We're a very Caribbean-inspired cuisine. The feel of it is different. We use, to make our tamales, for example, we use banana leaves instead of corn husk. It changes not only the look, but the flavor of the tamales. And another dish that is one of my favorites to have on the menu is the full fried fish, the sisal fish. So sisal is a fishing village in the northwest part of the peninsula. It's absolutely gorgeous, crystal waters, white sands. And we go to the beach and we would order this fish. It's red snapper. We get our red snapper once a week. It's one of those dishes that once we sell out because we want to keep the freshness of our products. We season it, fry it, and serve it with our curtida onions, or pickled onions, jalapenos, tortillas, black beans, and rice. It's one of those dishes that, again, you were to travel 4 hours south on a plane and land there and then take an hour bus ride or car ride to the beach in Mérida, you can sit down and order it and it would come out looking identical to what I'm giving you here.
Miguel is always adding new dishes to the menu, and if you need something gluten-free, vegetarian, or vegan, there are more and more options added every week.
We have a couple things. We have more coming in part, but the first one I put on the menu is the squash blossom tacos. They're loaded with onions, green peppers, actual zucchini, and the squash blossoms. They're all sauteed with the tinga sauce, which is a chipotle tomato sauce, which we actually kind of tone it down just to give it a feel of woodiness and oakiness and spice. That is one of our most popular ones. We now have the avocado aguachile, which is actually lime brined avocado, toured and presented with cucumbers, jalapeno peppers, shallots, and microgreens. In addition to that, this season we're making vegan and vegetarian tamales. So they're actually coming very soon. It is a very humble cuisine that I'm making. The key lies on the freshness of the ingredients. We have shoots and sprouts from Milford, Pennsylvania, providing us all our microgreens and vegetables, and she is amazing. She's local. She comes here once a week, gets me my microgreens, and that's what we use. And we do run out of stuff. And one of the reasons why we do that is because I don't freeze anything. Everything's fresh.
La Posada is not only adding to the menu, but they're also planning weekly events. Events will also be added for different seasons.
Salsa Socials is coming. That's going to be an incredible time. A La Posada on a Thursday night. You can come in from 6 to 9, get salsa lessons free of charge. Our tequila and mezcal appreciation nights are coming also. But also, I would love to have a nice skating rink so we can do our curling leagues.
In addition to the food, the entire property is designed to provide an authentic Yucatan experience, and you can stay on the property in one of their unique hotel rooms, reminiscent of a Mexican beach resort.
First of all, Milford's a beautiful town. Second of all, we are absolutely proud of what we've done with the place. It's unlike anything you've seen as a representation of a Mexican restaurant. We have imported our tiles. We built a bar that has an identical replica to a bar in Mexico. Artwork was brought in from Mexico. Little knickknacks that you're not gonna find anywhere except Mérida, Yucatan, and we have brought it up here. So the feel of this Mexican restaurant is different. It feels very much like my grandmother's house felt when I was growing up. It feels very much like an hacienda in Yucatan when you walk in here, and that's exactly the feel that we wanted to go with. A month and a half ago, we opened up our 10 rooms. We have 2 stories up. We did it and decorated the rooms with the same palette as the restaurant. So the vibrant colors, the tile, it's all there. I enjoy having the company of guests. They join us for dinners. They explore, the town, great towers. There's a lot of history here, a lot of hiking trails, a lot to do, and especially in fall and winter. We are literally on the banks of the Delaware, which is unlike anybody would ever imagine. I'm very lucky to be exactly where I'm at. We have Barclay Park across the street, which is a beautiful piece of property overlooking the Delaware River and the banks.
La Posada is one of the few places open on Monday night and perfect for special occasions, events, or if you just need a Monday night out.
We are located on 210 South 2nd Street in Milford, Pennsylvania. The restaurant's open Thursdays through Mondays from noon to 9 p.m. And on Sundays, we open from 10 to 2 for brunch. Come on down, bring an open mind, forget everything you know about Mexican food. Come and enjoy a handcrafted drink and know that every single piece of food you put in your mouth was made with love. That's what we do, that's how we do it. And when you walk in here, you're gonna see the difference and you're 100% gonna feel the difference.